Okay, well, today I'm going to be going from Key West the whole way up to Seattle. It'll be a long drive, but I got a new and fast car, so I'll give it a shot. I gotta put the waypoint there, because if I place the waypoints there, it won't work, and also there's barriers here that I can't get past. So I have to place it on the road. It takes a minute for this to load. And if y'all wanted to see me doing any long trips or races, let me know. But on that note, please be sure to subscribe. And yes, I know I suck at driving as well. I also need some better brakes in this car as well. That way I can actually have a chance of stopping, because I'll be using the e-brake and the normal brake at the same time, which I have found that does slow me down quicker. But I do need a major brake upgrade. Yeah, I decided I was going to do a live stream today, going from the whole way from Key West up to Seattle. Do a long trip. As you see in the bottom right corner, it's 95 miles. I did not mean to go into this though. I thought I would be able to get past it, but I wasn't. Sorry about that, I had to do something real quick. And as you see in the bottom where it says new icon points earned, that is actually for game upgrades. Like it'll upgrade how quick it does multiple different things. And if any of y'all ever want me to get rid of that on the right side there, let me know. I can do that easily in the settings. And just to let y'all know, I've never driven this before, so it's the first time. I mean, I've driven this car a lot. I haven't gone on this route it's taking me on this side of Miami. I've usually started from my house in Miami in this game and gone from there to either Seattle or San Francisco. But I did that in the starter car, which was which I chose it to be a Ford GT Mustang. I keep missing this turn. Yeah, if anyone thinks I'm a good driver, make sure to leave a like. And sorry if I don't talk much. If I'm not talking, it's because I'm trying to focus on driving and not crashing into everything. If I'm not commentating. Sorry about background noises as well. That is a dog at my house. My dog here is a mess. And also, if y'all can't hear me, let me know as well, because I do have the game sounds turned up loud right now. Because there are sometimes where I'll just be driving around and I do like to hear the sounds of the cars and the and everything else. Another thing about this car is this car should not be able to drift, but it does. Also, this car is just outrageously fast. That is one reason why I decided to drive this car instead of either my Maserati I have or the Dodge Demon I had recently gotten in the game. Now I am currently using the headset that came with my PS4. So if it is not that well or anything like that, I apologize. I keep missing turns. Once I get onto interstates, I am good. Once I'm on the highway, because then I just whenever I'm doing a race in this car, like my previous stream, I did. The name of it is doing the longest race in the Crew 2. I used this car here for that race. And this car just destroyed everyone, the rest of the racers in the game, the AIs. Because whenever I'm doing the races, it's AIs. It's not actual players. It would be nice if it was actual players. That way, it's like a selection of different cars. But, of course, there isn't. It's not. But if anyone watches the speed, watches my speedometer in the bottom left corner, you will be able to see just how outrageously fast this car is. Because this car is outrageous. In every single video I've ever seen on this, everyone always overshoots that corner. Don't know why, but they do. Now, I have not done this trip for a while, so I am sorry if I do make mistakes and miss my turns. Like I said, I have not done this trip for quite a while. I first did this trip after I started the game. That's embarrassing. Also, I like how I'm still in I'm in Louisiana now and it's snowing, which is wonderful. I always overshoot that corner. If any of you, and if y'all would like me to see, like I have said previously, if you would like to see me do more races or just going cross country like this, let me know by leaving a comment down below. And if anyone believes I am somewhat good at driving, make sure to leave a like. And the snow sucks when you're trying to drive. Because it becomes extremely hard to see the road. But now, one thing the crew too should have put into the crew was whenever it rains or snows, that the car should not. It should be a little bit harder to control the car. And also, they should make it so that way the water barrels aren't just... If you hit a water barrel doing close to 200 miles an hour, you don't just send them into outer space. 'Cause that's just ridiculous. Might actually have to mess with my settings real quick. Yeah, I gotta do it. I have to mess with my settings, my in-game settings real quick, because this is just terrible. Options, the video, and turn that down a little bit. But yeah, if anyone was wondering about any vehicles I have or anything, I can show them to you real quick. I do have a McLaren. It is a touring car. I can't use it to do cross-country races. There's also demolition derbies, monster trucks. As you see, I have a Dodge Challenger, dirt bikes, off-road vehicles, my Maserati, my car I am driving currently, a Dodge Challenger Drag Race Edition, my drift car, the Mazda RX-7, the car I first started with, the Mustang GT Fastback, a Skyline GTR R34, a 1970 Dodge Challenger RT, a BMW S1000RR, and then the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 2018. Now that car is very fast to start with. It is a very fast acceleration, and there are other people here now as well. Well, there's only this one person here. I thought there was another car back behind him. And I don't want to do the exact same thing he did. And I am currently into Dallas right now. Coming up, I will have a sharp right that I will have to slow down for majorly. Not right there. It is right here. And as you see, these are all online servers here on the Crew 2. Personally, this is a very fun game. The graphics of this game are excellent compared to some games I have played before. This game, I would give it a 10 out of 10. It's an excellent racing game. The crew did a very good job of creating the map as well. It gives you a large option of where you want to go to. Because like I'm doing right now, you can go cross country. You can do all kinds of stuff. And I am sorry if I am repeating myself. The only reason I wasn't doing a live stream for a while is because I have been busy recently. And also I would like to give a shout out to the people that inspired me to start doing YouTube videos. Some of them are Polecat324, Bay Area Bugs, Jeff Faviano, Unspeakable Gaming, and then it is also 09 Sharkboy, Moosecraft, and oh, there's someone else I know there is, but I can't think of their name. But yeah, that is all the people I can think of currently. And also, if you would like to, check out my buddy's, my friend's YouTube channel. It is Dustin Hero. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. And the reason we don't do any streams together is because we're on at different times, because he has access to his PS4 and he doesn't have access to his PS4 that much as I do. So that is one reason me and him don't do many streams together. And usually if we do a stream together, it is not a very long stream like some of mine are. Because his internet is not very well. Yeah, make sure to subscribe to my channel and my friend's channel. It is once again Dustin Hero. He's a very good friend of mine. I've known him for a few years. Well, for a couple years now. And of course. But as you have seen though, one of these railroad tracks I have passed so far, they actually do have trains that do come through, and the arms of the railings for the train tracks do come down. This is a very good game. It would just be a bit better if I could actually drive. And every vehicle in this game has nitrous as well, which is odd sometimes because it is not every day you see a boat or a plane that has nitrous, or a dirt bike. Or even better, a hypersport supercar. And now the GPS will be having me turn soon to get off this interstate to take me as more or less a shortcut, but I am not going to do that because it is actually just, it does nothing but it's nothing but windy roads. It's extremely windy roads, and that guy just spawned right there somehow. Don't even have a clue, because there is nothing to teleport to there. I don't know how I am getting air on these little hills like this. I do understand that I am going pretty quick right now. Luckily, just about well, the one thing that is odd, another thing that is odd about this game is that just about everything in this game is destructible. Cactuses, the only thing that is not destructible in this game is trees and buildings. Everything else, bushes, cactuses, light poles, and of course the road barriers as well are not destructible, but the water barrels, light poles, cactuses, and bushes, you can just drive right through them. The bushes are a little bit, I guess, buggy, because they whenever you're sitting in a bush, the bush goes through your car. So I believe it is a little bit buggy. Yeah, as you see, everything right here is destructible. But yeah, down to how far? About 46 miles now. It would be nice though if doing cross-country trips like this would earn you a bit of money. And but as you see on the bottom, in case you don't, if you've never heard of the Crew 2 before or played it, that turn right there though, that is that one that's very windy. But like I was saying though, that red line on the bottom, that is followers. It is basically experience. The more followers you get, is basically the higher your experience level is. Now I did start doing the streams after I had gotten to a certain level, but I was still very low in the rankings then, because I just got to it's called The beginning levels are, they are Rookie, Famous, and Star. And when I first started doing the live streams on this game, I was doing, I was in Famous then. At least I believe I was. But I have not completely done a full trip like this that goes the whole way across the country in one car or without switching to a plane. But as you see, I can switch right now if I wanted to a plane or a boat. And there are multiple different designs for each of the cars. There's liveries in all kinds. There's liveries, performance parts, visual parts like the wing on here, or the bumpers, or anything like that. So you can change all of that. You can even change the interior color on the vehicles as well. And then there's multiple different camera views. There's, of course, the first person. Then, I don't know where I was going to send. Then, of course, you got the third person, a little bit higher for like when you're riding bikes and that. Because whenever you're riding a bike, your character will sit up, and it becomes a little bit harder to see over top of your character's head until you either mess with the camera, with the camera angle, or the camera spot. And then there's the hood cam, a nose cam, and then back to first. Personally, I don't like first person as much as I do this spot right here, because this spot right here I do a lot better. But now, after I go to this stream is probably going to be very long, but after I get to Seattle, I might either go to New York and I'll do a race, a cross-country race that I actually did in my previous stream. Well, that I did for my previous stream. That is actually the longest race in the Crew 2. It's a very long race. It took me about, when I first got a car to be able to do it in, which was the Maserati, it took me 45 or 46 minutes to complete. But since with a faster car, I don't know what just happened. Well, I do, but I don't want to know. I wish this wasn't a live stream, because I would do a bit of editing on these videos. And then there are some parts where I would speed it up a little bit, so that way the videos aren't as lengthy. And then there are parts that I would edit out. But now, as you see though, how I'm making mistakes in that, I don't mind making mistakes and people being able to see the mistakes. Because personally, mistakes, because no one's perfect. Mistakes are normal. But in this game, I do make a lot of mistakes. This car is extremely fast. But like I was saying about that cross-country race, I actually did get a trophy for it in this game as well. If I did it a few times, after I got that trophy, but the first trophy I got for the race, I believe it was, the name of the trophy was Cross Country. And then after that, I did it a few more times to get this car I am driving currently. And I got another trophy, and that trophy was, the name of the trophy was, Are You a God? Say Yes. But Say Yes was in parentheses. And sometimes if you ever notice me slowing down on straightaways after I had gone off the road into the side, into the dirt, it is because my car does not downshift sometimes on its own. So I hit the brake so that way it will downshift, because sometimes it'll be in the wrong gear. Currently I am in San Bernardino Mountains. And there were two of the same vehicles side by side. Which honestly doesn't surprise me. Does it a lot in this game. Now, I have heard before on other YouTubers' videos, other YouTubers that have done this before, have done streams and that done videos on this game. That sometimes this game reminds them of Need for Speed a little bit. I mean, it does resemble Need for Speed a little bit, but not a lot. Because Need for Speed Most Wanted, the newest version of that was put out, is always nighttime. And you also don't you don't get many choices of stuff to do in that game either, and the map is not as big. Like you see right there how I was just in second gear and I was only doing about 10 miles per hour. I don't believe that is right. Like, see how I'm in 5th gear still? It's only because I was holding the e-brake. And if you don't know where it shows what gear it is right below the speedometer. It's in amongst the speedometer, and if anyone is wondering what that little energy symbol is, the lightning bolt is, that is actually the nitrous gauge. It refills itself automatically. And I can't see it. It looks like it says Fresco. I am sorry. Okay, now I'm in the Central Valley. I did see that. Why is there so much traffic now? That is one good thing about having a car that handles a little bit better and grips the road a little bit more. It is easier to avoid traffic on straightaways, because I can swerve to miss them, but sometimes the back end of this car does slide out. It does kick out on me sometimes, which I will then start into something like a drift, but I will end up losing control. But one thing the game should not do is how it just popped up all that stuff in the middle of the screen. That does get a little bit annoying when you're trying to do extremely high speed drives or following someone, because or when you're following your GPS and you just happen to go through it, it will get rid of your GPS for a minute and everything else on the screen, so that way it'll because it'll literally take up the whole screen. Sorry about that, just then had fixed my earpiece. Don't want my earpiece falling out of my ear while I'm doing this. It wouldn't be good. It's a very long drive, as you see. But you would think, well, in most games, how it takes less than 5 minutes to get from, like how I am, from going from like one corner to the other of the map, from one corner of the map to the other. It does take a little bit more time. This game the creators of the Crew 2, and the Crew 2. Well, I haven't personally I haven't played the Crew. This is the Crew 2 is the first game I have heard of the two out of those two. And I'm in Sacramento. I'm in downtown Sacramento. So I'm in California though. But yeah, this game though, they try to make it as realistic as possible, which I say they did do a good job of making it realistic. But the only thing that's not realistic though is how you can just drive through light poles and signs. God, it's dark. That's something else that is a mess. They should make the headlights a bit brighter, or they should allow you to control the headlights. Like say if you want to turn off the headlights or turn them on well, they should make the headlights brighter, so that way you can actually see what you're doing in what you're actually driving, where you're driving to. Okay. One thing I have noticed though is they did put realistic cars for the AI as well. Because sometimes, as you'll see, there are Crown Vics, Ford Crown Victorias. And there are Ford Focuses and Ford Explorers. That is the only thing well, there are Camaros and Chargers as well. And Silverados. Other than that, I haven't seen any other realistic AI cars. But as you see, there are two people up here that I'm either going to hit, or they're going to hit me, or they're just sitting on the side of the road. They're probably in a crew themselves, or in a group chat. They might be playing the game together. Oh god. But as you see just then, that was just the normal brakes. This car does not have very well brakes. But now, as I said earlier in the stream though, how that popped up in the bottom of the screen, icon points earned. Once I do get up here, I will show you what that is. But yeah, there's also Ford Tauruses in this game as well. I know that because I just rear-ended one. But as you see, like right now, I don't know where I'm going or anything. They should have. They made this game extremely large. I hope I did not miss my turn. Okay, I did not. There's a parking garage here, I believe. Back there. No, I can see it. But yeah, as you see now, I am here. Yeah, I had gone up to Seattle to the oh, I can't recall the name of the building. But like I said, I am going to show you what the icon points are for after I see what this is. Okay, that's what it was. Okay. Well, I come over here to pilots and to icon points. And as you see how it shows comfort 5, vehicle 5, and gameplay 6, these help your vehicle. So like right here how it shows rich, I have the increased bucks gained by 1.2%. This one is increased followers gain, increased loot dropped. I'm actually going to do that. Lucky increased loot quality. I definitely need that. Vehicles increased collision impact. That would be for the demolition derby. This one, avoid tolerance. That one would be for any vehicle. The slipstream, that would be for whenever you're following someone or anything like that. Air intake is slipstream. Distance drag bump is increased speed while ahead of a vehicle. And then this is increased distance detection of the drag bump. Muddy is off-road, decreases off-road bumps and deceleration. And bender is for bikes. Now gameplay, I was actually, hold on. Okay, so it was in comforts then. Well, hothead is for drift. As you see in yellow there, it shows drift. And aerobatics, that is for the plane. And extreme mode efficiency and aerobatics for air race. And as you see there, monster trucks. I'm actually going to increase scoring by 1% in all point based skills. I still have not found anything for an air race. I'm actually going to do that one now. That way I can have a little bit better control on timeline. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. Oh wow. Okay, well I can when I get up to icon level 100, that is well here as you see, rookie, popular, famous, star, and then icon level. That is the experience basically. And each time I go up in the timeline, so every time I go up by 10 in the icons, I get another reward or loot. And then if I go up 30 more levels, well, go up 27 levels, I will be able to get a Chevy Camaro ZL1 2017. And sorry if I am boring anyone. And here is where I can see who all is playing in the game. There is only 2 people in this server. And also here you can see this is a catalog currently. one of the cars that I had definitely wanted to save up for was the Demon. Was this car right here, the Dodge Demon. And then beside that is the SRT Hellcat. It's a year older, but it's still a very good car. And then you have the Dodge Charger RT Hemi 1969. The older cars, for some reason, are slower in this game. I don't know why. You would think it'd be very quick. And then, of course, you have the outrageous costing Bugattis. And if you look at all this here, some of these cars, the prices on some of these cars are just outrageous. And as you see, where it shows Summit Reward, that is, I have to win those cars. I'm actually curious. Oh yeah, here you go. Look at this. That is definitely something that you would not expect to ever see. It's basically a smart car that it's a smart car that is a monster truck. But actually, as you see, my map is very full right now. I might actually wait on. Aerobatics, jet sprint, more aerobatics. But as you see though, I do not have much stuff here. I don't know if the aerobatics are for like if that is also plane races, but as you see that, I don't know if you can see it or not, but that yellow line that just popped up in the middle, going across the middle of the map there, that is the track for the longest race in the Crew 2. So I'm going to try to do this I'm going to try to beat my previous time I had done it in, which was 42 minutes, I think it was. But now I am currently in the Bronx, New York, and I'm going to be going the whole way over to the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. If anyone has ever seen the movie Need for Speed, it is kind of like that. But the thing is though, it's not, there's no cops in this game. But if they put cops in this game, it would be a little bit more like Need for Speed.
You got this under control.
So that is one reason why they did not, I believe they didn't want to put cops into this game. But as you see by the first checkpoint, I have already taken first from last in the race. I hope that my console, my PS4, does not bug out on me right now, because if so, it will end the live stream. It will end the stream, and it will also disconnect. It'll kick me off out of the server as well. It shows internet connection problem. It shows it would be internet connection problems, but I don't believe that's what it is. I think it's just because the processor. I think it's the processor on my PS4 that hasn't gotten up. That hasn't like completely gotten to full speed yet. Because I have seen that is what it is, because there has been times where I have been doing this long race like this, and I will get about a quarter of the way through it into where I get into the higher speed of areas, and that is when it will glitch out, it will bug out and show that and it'll disconnect me from the server. It is fun though. This is a very fun game. This race here though, it does get very technical very quickly. And also, if you do ever get this video game, just let you know with the loots in this game that you get from after you do a race or anything like that, if it's green, it is not good. It's actually not that good of a piece for loots. And if you're playing it on PS4, on PS4, I don't know about Xbox, or even if this game is available for on Xboxes. I don't know. So I'm just going to say this for anyone that gets this game for their PS4. That if you ever get green and you don't want, or if your inventory space gets full for that specific loot spot, to sell the loot, you hold square, but it doesn't get you actual money, in-game money for like buying cars and all that stuff, money that you get for doing races and that. But yeah, like on this race here, there will be times where I will be completely silent because I am concentrating, trying to stay on the roads. A few times right there I have gone straight and my lead in first place just gets destroyed because I don't know because I took a wrong turn and it gets all messed up. But then I'll be coming into a little town right here, a roundabout. So I think it's just about the only roundabout in the whole game, actually. If it's not, I believe there is another roundabout in this game, but it is somewhere else. This is like a little bit of a shortcut in this race. Right there here, it is a lot faster than going the way the marker shows you to go, because it cuts off part of the track, but it still brings you back out onto the actual course that you were originally going through. And then there are some parts in this game, in this race, that you will get a lot of air in your car. Like this car I'm driving right now, here soon in this race, I think closer to 20% complete in this race. There are parts where this car will be airborne, completely airborne. I don't know how, but it does. And then there, like I've said, there are very technical turns, or known, if you call it this, you'll know, if you know what I'm saying. It's a hairpin turn, which is if you don't know what I mean by that, it is a very, very sharp turn. It's not an actual turn like that, but this area right there here is where I will get air at with this car. Like right there. But the only thing is though, I don't like how it lagged for a second just then. I don't believe that is good though, how it just lagged. And also, if anyone starts experiencing lagging, let me know, and I will have to try to mess with settings and that later. I will have to try to mess with the settings in the next stream. Or if there's anything, like if there's anything y'all say I should do, or if y'all want me to do anything, let me know. Leave a comment. And also, one question for y'all. Have y'all ever seen it where YouTubers have the face cams? I will not be doing that. I am sorry if y'all want me to do it, but I'm not going to, because all that does is in the videos, it'll do nothing but just make less area of the screen that y'all can see. In that corner there, I always seem to overshoot. Via on the highways, I leave second behind, and if you watch down closer to the license plate, there is a little, it'll be like a green bar that shows up there on the bottom, and that is like showing how far back second place is, or how far you are. If you're not in the lead, it is how far you are behind first. Or like in my case, if you're in the lead, it shows how far back second place is. And sorry about not talking in previous videos. I have been doing other stuff then, and it has also been too loud when I go to start a stream. So whenever I go to stream and it's too loud, I usually just make it so that way you can't hear any audio from me. You would only hear game audio. Because there are times where you would literally hear nothing but background sounds, background noises in my audio. But as you see down below at the bottom of the screen, I was 57 seconds ahead of second place, which is a tremendous gap. Even on my map, it does not even show second place on there, which on my map it would be a gray dot, and a real player in the Crew 2 on your map is a white dot. But there has been times before where I have literally been at points where I'm just racing myself, or times where I can literally just stop and go do something else, not in the game, just have my car come to a complete stop and I'd be able to get back into the race before second place caught up to me, because there has been times where second place is about 10 minutes back behind me. I'm in Chicago now, and I'm about to be out of Chicago as well. Well, that works. And I'm out of Chicago now. And try to get people to watch this, like have your friends or family watch this, see how it is, see what they think of it, see what they think of my streams. Yeah, make sure to leave a comments of either if you want me to do racing, or if you want me to do the this driving around across the country. Because like just going cross country in that, I do enjoy that sometimes, but then there are times where I just feel like I just want to do a race, or I just want to race. And then there will be sometimes where that marker will completely disappear, and I will have nothing to guide me except for my memory, and the map, the GPS on the map will not work either. Oh god. And then there are also times where I lose control of my car like that. Give me a second. Sorry, I have to do something real quick. Okay. Sorry, I had to do something for a second. And now, like just then, when I was in the menu, it stops my car as you saw, and it also, it will also stop the AI from moving as well. As you see, it's still a minute 40. It's a minute 42 seconds now. And there are some spots on these side roads like this where you can get going, you can get a lot of speed at. Yes, hello. Okay, well, you're first person to my stream now. No one else has joined. But now, let me know if you would like to see me do racing like I am right now, or like I did earlier in the video, and like earlier in the stream, and to do just driving across the country. I'm honestly surprised the GPS is still going, because usually by now is when it starts to bug out in that. But yeah, let me know if you would like to see me do just driving across the country, just going across the map, or doing races like this, because I have a lot of races that I could do. So let me know, so make sure to leave a comment to let me know what you think is better. Like currently the gap between me and second place is probably going to be at least 2 minutes by now. 2+ minutes by now. Okay. Yeah, this game, the creators of the Crew 2, they did a good job creating the map of this game, but you can tell by looking at it that they messed with it. They changed it a bit, because there are a lot of cities in that aren't in the game, and I'm going extremely fast. was going to happen eventually. Yeah, last I had seen, I was at 3 minutes and 3 seconds with this. Sorry, gotta do something real quick. Yeah, and then as you see it, they'll put you back into the game at the speed you were at. Now I just go straight through this city. Currently I'm probably about in the middle of the United States, or in the middle of the map right now. Great Salt Lake. I'm in the Mountain States. So I don't really know what the Mountain States would consist of. Even with that mistake, except the time between me and the gap between me and second place went up. Well, that's one way you come to a dead stop. Horn. Okay, now that one person is finally back to is onto the stream now, do you think that I should either do more cross-country drives, or do you think I should do racing? I don't even know how that was even possible. And I'm currently in Las Vegas. If to make sure, use comments down below. It should be a live chat. And, well, currently it would be a live chat. Later on it'll just be comments. But right now, oof, of course, I'm going through this area when it's starting to get dark. Why couldn't I just go through, why couldn't I go through the straight lines when it was getting dark? But now if the live chat isn't on the screen there for you, if you look at it, like where you can see like where the like and subscribe button is, and that, okay. So now, do you think I should do these races like I am? Because I've got a lot of races on my map to do that I can do. Or do you think I should be doing cross country, like just driving around and that in my cars? Or do you think I should be, or do you think I should do the races that I can do? Okay. And also, let me know if my mic is a little bit messed up right now, or if the game is louder than I am, or if you can barely hear me. And one last thing, if the game is a little bit loud, let me know. I'll turn it down a little bit. Because currently I do have the game turned up all the way. Oh god. Alright. Because the only thing I did recently with the sounds and that is I turned up the in-game sounds the full way, all the way up, and and I have my mic all the way up as well, so I was wondering if it's like counteracting it or not. But I also don't have my the game sounds put into my headset. It is off of the TV, on the TV right now. Okay. And also, let me know if you think I should get rid of that thing, where it shows like I'm on air and that, and the comments and that on the right side of the screen as well. The only thing is though, I will not be able to see anyone's responses and any comments or any responses or questions or comments y'all leave. Well, the thing is though, that doesn't stay, that stays on there. That will stay on, that's in the stream completely, and that doesn't go off, leave the stream when I stop streaming. That is part of the stream. So, because everything on the screen right now until I stop streaming is going to be in the stream. So how it shows on air, that will be there the whole time. It'll show I'm on air the whole time, even after I finished streaming. But currently this race I am doing is actually the longest race in the Crew 2. So I've actually done this race a few times now. This race does give you achievements, trophies as well. One of the trophies is if the name of the trophy is cross country. Another trophy for this race is, the name of it is Are You a God? And in parentheses beside that it says say yes. Hopefully that's not snowing, it's just rain. I'm in Yosemite National Park. Okay, I believe it's, yeah, that's just rain. It's not snow because the ground's not turning white, dang it. You need to break in the guardrail. I need a break in the guardrail. There we go. And it's that green line on the bottom there at the bottom of the screen that shows how far the gap is between me and second place. When it was just there, it showed 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Which is a very, very large gap, because there's usually dots on the very edge of my map. Not the orange one, but there is like light gray dots on the very edge of my map that shows their marker as the other racer, as the AI markers in this race, and it doesn't even show the markers on here. So I've got a very, very large gap between me and second place. Well, me and the rest of the race, and the AIs. And if you ever think I'm any good at driving in this game, leave a like. Once I get back onto an interstate, maybe I'll be a little bit better with speeds and that. Because right now, speeds aren't that good on these little 2-lane roads, on these old back roads. And whenever I go quiet during a race, it's because I'm trying to focus. There we go, now I'm on a highway, I guess you could say. And then immediately off the highway into Sacramento. What I find funny is that I was just here earlier. That's a nice parking garage here. Yeah, in my videos in my streams, I usually try to do what the name of the video is, and then after that, it usually is just whatever. It's usually just everything and anything. after I do what my goal was to do, I just go and do random stuff. Sometimes I'll go and do a race. Yeah, honestly, I don't believe second place will probably end up getting to the checkpoint before I finish. Oh god. If I go and do that on every single time, they might. I always do that on that one corner as well. Somehow I managed to go right between a tree and a rock. Oh, come on. I want to get finished before 40 minutes. If that's what that says. But I can barely see the side of I can't see the left side of my screen. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh, I don't know what's going. Oh god. Now the loot spawns in. It is very bright. starts to become not, it becomes not really legit whenever, okay, why is everyone all a ghost? That car is, that one is.
You finish up protractors.
Want to drive like our racers? Ask if Racing School is right for you at the Media Information Center. We have a lost little boy at guest services. Would his parents please come retrieve him? Security to the operations tent. Repeat. Security, please come to the operations tent.
How did that even happen?
How about cooling yourself down with a delicious, refreshing juice or soda?